welcome back to another episode of The Follow-Up. I'm Eden, this is my dad Noah, and every week for the last 5 years we've been sitting on my bed and having a conversation about something we want to talk about. This week we're going to give you a finals preview. So the NBA Finals, the Eastern Conference Finals just finished up last night. This is Sunday now. And we're going to run you through the whole thing, our picks, why we chose them, and all of that. So last night was the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Pacers blew out the Knicks. So they're in the finals, and I think it was last week?
No, just a few days before.
A few days before OKC beat
Bless you.
Denver? Yeah.
No, they beat Denver in
Sorry,
round
Minnesota.
two. Minnesota.
Yep. Sorry. To get to the finals.
So it's OKC, best team in the league pretty much all year.
Yeah.
Has won 68 regular season games.
Yeah, they've beat every single team.
Now they're up to 80 wins. So that's like rare air with some of the Bulls teams in the 90s, the great Warriors team, and then now you've got the Pacers, the 4 seed out of the East, and the Eastern Conference. Before the season, you had said Celtics, Thunder.
What?
Yeah, and look, a healthy Celtics team maybe, but the Knicks somehow beat the Celtics.
Yeah.
Tatum figure it out.
Injury.
Yeah. So here we are in the NBA Finals.
Let's give our picks first.
Picks first.
And then talk about it.
Okay. Who's going to win? So this is sometimes on podcasts, they'll say, all right, let's save our picks to the end so that people listen.
Oh.
But I feel like let's just get them out.
I want to say them so I can explain why I chose it.
Okay, that's cool.
And I hope people listen.
Yeah, and if you have predictions, just leave them below in the comments on YouTube, and you can subscribe there also, and then go to Apple Podcasts.
We'd love to hear.
Do it also.
Yeah.
All right. So, who wins this series and how many games?
Thunder in 5.
I agree.
You? Okay.
I agree.
Okay. Also, that was my idea before.
It might be 6.
It's going to be 5.
I think it's going to be 5.
Yes. Okay, so let's run you through it.
Okay.
So the Thunder have played the Pacers twice this season. OKC won both times. And in game 1, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 45 points.
Which was tied for his career high at the time.
Yes. And he made 15 out of 22 field goals.
Right, so they've won both games.
Yes.
Won both games home, and they play when the East plays the West, oftentimes one home, one on the road. Sometimes they'll play 3 times during the year. And it wasn't, in that first game, what was interesting was when we went back and read the stories, Indy had led the entire first half.
Yeah.
They were up by 15 in that first half, which is something that we've seen in the playoffs with these big comebacks, that the big comebacks are now kind of commonplace.
Yeah. In the second game, Shai also had 33 points.
Mm-hmm.
Lou Dort had made 6 out of 7 threes.
Huge deal.
Chet Holmgren did not play, and Isaiah Hartenstein did not play the second half.
Right. So these were all major storylines, and OKC in that first game only had 3 turnovers. Halliburton only had 4 points in the second game. He had 18 points.
Yeah,
but not a guy who needs to score a ton. But
he only
4 points isn't enough.
But in the second game, he only took 12 shots.
18 points on 12 shots is good.
It's good. It's just he didn't take that many shots.
Wasn't as aggressive.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason why you think OKC is going to beat Indy in 5 is what?
I think
let's stick with one reason. Biggest reason.
They have great defense.
Okay.
So we were reading a few articles,
and
that is something I noticed in every single article was OKC's defense. They are great, especially Jalen Williams has great defense. Then that Lou Dort and Alex Caruso.
Oh yeah.
They're great together, and that's just a great team. Shai is great at getting. Sorry, I'm kind of going off the one reason.
Well, let's stick to defense.
We'll stick to defense.
Let's stick to defense. So what the Thunder do really well is they force a lot of turnovers. Indy does not commit a lot of turnovers. Like Tyrese Halliburton doesn't commit a lot of turnovers. OKC forces a lot of turnovers. OKC's defense I would call stifling. Remember, you asked me the other day what that meant?
Yes.
Stifling? Remember what it means?
Yes.
What's it mean?
It's great. It's just great.
No, stifling does
I
not
don't
mean
know.
great.
I don't know what
It means suffocating.
What does that mean?
Suffocate? Like
Oh.
if you suffocate,
Okay,
you
yeah.
suffocate, you can't breathe.
No, I
If
know
something
that.
is stifling,
Sorry.
means your defense is really making the offense unable to breathe.
Oh,
You're just on
I was
top
like,
of them
wait, but I
all
was
the
like,
time.
no,
It's
I know
relentless.
what suffocating means, but I meant like, wait, why would suffocating be good?
Okay, so defense.
Okay,
Your
yeah.
defense is suffocating, and they can throw so many fresh bodies at Tyrese Halliburton, and that's critical. It's not going to be Shea guarding Tyrese Halliburton.
No.
It's going to be, as you said, Jalen Williams,
Alex Caruso.
Aaron Wiggins, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort they'll all be just switching onto him and just constantly throwing fresh bodies. And when you cut off the head of a snake, like Tyrese Halliburton is, it makes it very difficult for the rest of the team.
And I feel like OKC is such a young team and they have all this energy. Some players, like Miles Turner, I don't know if he's just played for the Pacers. Has he?
He's only played for the
Oh,
Pacers.
wait, yeah, but he's been with Pacers for 10 years.
Yeah, a bit older guy.
Well, yeah, I know that's not like it's definitely not old, but I'm saying all these players have been in for less than 5 years, I feel like.
So you can look at that one of two ways. Inexperience, if they're young, or just a ton of energy.
I say
and I think
it's a ton of energy for OKC.
And I think the way they've handled their year and the way they beat Denver and then handled business against Minnesota shows that the team is mature.
Yes.
For sure.
Definitely.
For sure. So Shea he's been terrific in the playoffs. And I know he's your guy, third favorite player in the league behind Mo,
And Max.
Tyrese Maxey, and then Shea.
Yeah.
Now, what do you like
I am a little biased about OKC.
Yeah.
But
So what do you like so much about Shea and what he brings to the finals?
he's a great player. He always
Let's try not to say great as much.
he's a good player.
No. Like, no, another way to say great would be like he's maybe extremely dynamic.
He's an extremely good player.
See what I'm up against?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's an extremely great player who has lots of energy that he brings to the court, and he spreads it through his teammates. So his teammates really feed off of him. He's great at he has really good rebound. He has amazing rebounding. I don't know how am I supposed to phrase this? He has amazing rebounding.
He's aggressive on the boards, maybe?
He's aggressive on the boards. And he knows to just get to the basket.
Okay. So that's the biggest part of his game is getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line.
Yes.
So he's very aggressive on
Aggressive
offense.
player.
He controls the pace.
Yeah.
So not everything needs, I tell this to broadcasters all the time, not everything needs an adjective. You don't need to say he's great at getting to the free throw line. So gets to the free throw line better than anybody else. Period. So him controlling the pace, because Indiana likes to run up and down. We saw that in the Knicks series.
Yeah.
Just transition offense. Like, let's get up and down. Knicks weren't getting back on defense. Even off of makes, when usually ball goes through the hoop, their team has to take it out, pass it in. So they were just balling through the hoop, get it out, gone.
Yeah, it was like
And the Thunder will get back on defense for sure.
Yeah.
Something in your hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You still have some makeup on from dance?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I have my dance show.
What else?
Okay,
Because you took some notes. What do you got here?
On paper, when you're looking at OKC's team, I thought this was an interesting point that I read. Is this doesn't necessarily mean they're a much better team, but they have a lot more award-winning players. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won the MVP. Lou Dort is first defensive team.
Yeah, first team
Who's
on
second
defense.
defensive?
I think Jalen Williams got
Jalen Williams
team.
is second defensive team.
I think Jalen Williams made All NBA third.
Yeah,
team,
I think they have multiple All NBA players, and on Indiana, it's just Tyrese Halliburton.
But I could play that other side. Is that Pascal Siakam won Eastern Conference Finals MVP? So you have another guy who is that good, who could be like a playoff All NBA guy.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there.
Just throwing
Throwing it out there.
But I'm saying, just if you're looking on paper at a team.
I like the way OKC has built their team. You mentioned
They
that
drafted
they
great.
drafted very well. Kind of reminds you of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Which you said was a bad reference.
No. You told me OKC to the Eagles is like peanut butter is to jelly, and I told you that. I told you that made no sense.
It makes a lot of sense if I explained it to you. But we won't get into that now.
I don't think it does at all.
It does. It just makes a lot of sense.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, fine. The Eagles drafted very well, and so did OKC. They're different sports, but I would say those are the two best drafting teams right now.
Okay.
For best teams, they both drafted really well. So they kind of go together when best teams drafted in those two sports. They go together. Peanut butter and jelly go together. It's just two things go together.
But peanut butter and jelly go together like the taste, and you eat it together. Like the Thunder and the Eagles don't do anything together.
You could watch them at the same time.
No, you could say like Shea and Jalen Williams go together like peanut butter and jelly. Like the way they play together.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Thank you. Got it?
No.
All right.
Okay. And they're also OKC's really good at scoring in transition, which I just learned.
They're really great scoring in transition.
Really? Okay. One of my favorites is good. Okay, fine. Good scoring in transition. That's what it says. They have. Okay, I will try to use without an adjective.
They get a bunch of points in transition.
They get a bunch of points from transition. They know.
Can you explain transition to maybe
Let's see.
Our grandparents who don't understand?
Let's see if I can do this. Scoring in transition is when okay, so let's say someone on Indiana misses, and you get the ball, you run down the court, and you score.
Right, you're getting your offense going the other way, transitioning from defense to offense faster than the other team is transitioning from offense to their defense.
Yes.
Nice job.
And I think OKC does a really good job with that.
They do. Yeah.
And that's
I mean, Indy loves to do it offense. They might be the best at it, but OKC also plays that game as well. Yeah. And I think that the defense, I think the way that OKC plays defense relentlessly for that long, like you saw it in stretches with the Pacers, mostly with Nembhard and Nesmith on Jalen Brunson, forcing him into turnovers. OKC just doesn't commit those types of turnovers. Yeah. And they have so many guys like Nembhard and Nesmith that they can do that on the other side. Yeah. So,
and yes, Indiana's a great team, but I think OKC is just a little better.
Yep. So 5 games, final start on Thursday.
OKC?
I think OKC wins. I could see OKC winning the first 2, losing game 3.
And then winning 4-5.
Winning 4, then 5.
So it's kind of like last series.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this with you.
Me too.
And I love you.
Love you.